Hey everybody, it's Cody. Welcome to No Idea Automotive. This episode we're going to try to get the pistons installed. I know the last episode you saw we put the crank and the cam in. So we're going to try to get the pistons installed this time. I have done a little bit of research to try to make sure that I put it in properly. Yeah, put it in properly, put everything in the correct direction, so on and so forth. The video quality should be a little bit better on this one. I know last time I told you it was going to be a little rough because of the whole not being a photographer, videographer person. So, I got me a new little setup thanks to my cousin Tyler. We got this little guy right here, a little tripod to mount on. Also, this is what I was using last time. I know I told you I was going to show y'all and I forgot. Yeah, I used my dog's bowl with a charger for like a car and some tape. Yeah, it was terrible, I know. But we're going to try to get these pistons installed, and hopefully I'll be able to show you all a bit, teach you all a bit, and we'll go from there. You're probably not going to see my face too well, but that's okay because you don't need to see my face. You need to see the part that we are working on. So that way we can learn from each other, teach each other, etc., etc. First off, I do have my flat top pistons here for 30 over because I did have it bored over. First thing we're going to start with is I figured we would go ahead and remove all the bearings, caps, not bearing, my bad. And we will install our new bearings. Awesome. But we'll get all the new bearings installed. As soon as we get all those installed, then we'll work on the rings. I have some here and the remainder here. All the rest of the pistons are all down here by my leg. So we'll start there and go from there. I do got my trusty motor oil here, so I can put a little bit of oil on everything, make sure it's not too dry to fit. And hopefully it'll go pretty good. Okay, so I got all the bearings installed. I'm pretty sure you saw me kind of like doing a little bit of this on time lapse. It's okay. I was gentle. But as you can see, nice and good. You actually have a notch, so your bearing can only go in one way. And that's the same on each side. Next, we will be putting the rings on, and it actually comes pretty easy. 1, 2, 3, which I'm assuming is from top to bottom because oil ring definitely goes on the bottom. Then you have your compression rings. One is completely squared off flat, and this one, which has a beveled edge on it. But it might be a little difficult for you to see. Do the best I can, but you see this little dot? That will go to the top of the piston. That is an indicator where it goes to the top. I actually learned that with the little paper that it came with. Pretty much, if there's a dot, it goes to the top. If there's not a dot, it can go either way. I figure what I can do is I will do the first one a little bit slower, just kind of show how it goes on. And then I will I'll do a time lapse on the other ones so you're not watching me slowly put on all of these. Like I said, first we will start with the oil seal, and then we will go from there. I got my face out of the camera for y'all, so you don't have to look at me this whole entire time, unless you enjoy it. Also, what I did here was you want all your rings 90 degrees from each other at a 90. So the first gap, let's say I have it here, where it's at the top. The next set of rings will go here, here, here. From what I've reviewed. So we're not installing anything dry, with a slight bit of oil. I'll actually insert here first, and then we'll work around. Be careful not to take the corners of your ring and scratch the face of your piston, because you can scar it up and damage it. And you do not want to scar up the face and possibly damage it, especially if you're going through all the trouble of rebuilding it. Okay, so first set, it's actually right here is where I'm going to keep that one lined up. Then my next one, as I did that one there, I'll go ahead and orient it this way. This is the top one. That'll go on the top layer. So working around, same thing. Be careful not to scar the face. And there's this one, which we will take and put center here. So we're still center here, we're center here, and then we'll rotate, and now I'll do center here. Like I said, we're going to keep everything so it's not a dry fit. Dot's a little harder to see because it's wet, but dot's here. So dot goes to the top. Now, there's actually a tool you can get if you're afraid you're going to scar the face. I don't have that tool, so I just get to be extra careful. Go me. Alright, and last but most certainly not least, numero uno. As I said, I'm still rotating, keep everything 90 from each other. Voila. And that is a piston with some rings. Now you're also supposed to have there's a compression tool for installing these, make it a whole lot easier. Guess who also does not have that? Yay me. Repairing a truck on a budget. Fun. Like I said, this one is good to go. So I'll be able to go ahead and put the rest of them on. And then they'll be ready to get dropped into the block. Okay, so I struggled, but I got all of my rings on. Woo, yay me! I should better slide these right in. I say it like it's gonna be easy. I have looked up the cylinder numbers on, I'm not sure if it's the same for all, but on GM. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We need numero uno. You notice this dot right here. You can see where 30 over. Notice this dot. Everything I've read and reviewed said it goes towards the front of the motor, so it would go in. Also, you want to be very careful when you insert so you don't scratch or damage any of your faces. But they basically slide in just like that. Like I said, that compressor that you have would normally be right now. Right now I'm just going to stick each one into its correct location and go from there. I said that was number 1. This one right here is number 3. Same way. I do a dot to the front. We have number 5. How I'm pulling these in order, I have no idea. Fun fact, these are not fun to take in and out. I may, in this video, just get everything staged together like this. And I believe I'm going to go buy a ring compressor tomorrow, because I'm not trying to do all this work just to damage something, because I'm going to try to force everything in. But I feel like I still got a good amount of video. I mean, we got a lot done, I feel. Also, it is definitely 2 o'clock in the morning right now, and I do have work tomorrow. I know I kind of fell off. I'm recording at the last moment. I apologize for that. Wow, these are really not a joke. These make no sense on why. Like, you see how much I'm having to like work this just to get these caps off? Like, it's ridiculous. I did just notice that this is 5 and this is 5 hole cylinder hole. So this 5 that I did was definitely a 6. Oops. I caught it now, not later. So that's a good thing, because this one is number 5. But like I said, I will definitely, we'll get this finished. We'll get everything when I get the proper tool, so I can compress these the proper way before going and installing them. Because I really and truly do not want to mess anything up, damage my cylinder walls or anything like that. Like I said, as soon as I do get that, we'll push these all in onto these all go straight to the crank, which we installed in the last video. And then I'll be able to put my bottom bearings on it. Once I get those on, get the nuts started, I'll be able to rotate it and we'll tighten it down. I'll double check, but from what I've been told, you were supposed to start with number 1, snug it up, 2, snug it, 3, 4, snug it, and then come back and tighten afterwards like that. This is pretty much how it'll be. Of course, each one will actually be at a different level after you connect it to the crank shaft. And this number 1 is gonna be our baby girl, because when I get ready to do the timing on this, she right here has to be at top dead center. That will be how we would know how to line the crank and the cam up. The cam, from what I've been told, should already be degreed, so I should just better put it right in, put the pulley stuff right on. I really hope the video quality was better for y'all this go around. I do think it looks pretty good though. I'll give y'all a better shot of the other side real quick. Like I said, still working on my videoing skills. But as you can see, Copper's with me again. All the dots to the front. You can see they're all 30 over. We probably can see a little bit, but there's our crank, which the arms will come down to and bolt to. Like I said, I'm sorry I couldn't fully get it installed, but for the most part, you see what's going on here. We will finish it up. I'm just definitely gonna get a tool so I do not damage my cylinder walls. And as soon as I get that, on our next video, I will go ahead, have them installed, get those installed, get them put on the crank, get it tightened up, and we will also work on getting the timing chain put on, the timing set, so that way we will have everything connected together. I do have to still get my rockers, which I have not got yet, but I'm working on it. I just gotta go at a pace. As I've told y'all before, I have a baby on the way, actually due in a month. Wow, actually more like 3 weeks. So I'm going to try my best to keep up my videos with y'all and make sure that I work on this truck as much as possible and that y'all are here to be able to see it and go through the process with me. I may possibly miss a Wednesday. I'm going to do my best not to, but like I said, I have my baby coming up and I know I'm going to have to spend time with him, getting to know him, see how much like me he is. On a side note, I'm really glad everybody who is watching these, I'm glad you're sticking with me and my cousin Tyler. If you will continue to please follow me and Tyler on our, I guess, beautiful creations of vehicles. They're really rough looking right now, but they will be nice in the end. So if you'll just keep following us, please like, subscribe, share, let everybody know about us. We would really appreciate it. I know I would appreciate it. I just like the fact that I'm learning new things about my truck. And I hope that y'all are learning new stuff too. So, with that being said, learn what you don't know. And until next time, bye.